Hey, what's going on, guys? Just a quick heads up for this week's power rankings. It's going to look a little bit different when it comes to the editing style. I'm going to be editing this week's video just because our usual editor, Kyle, was with his wife when they welcomed their new baby girl, Luna. So congrats, Kyle. We're also happy for you guys. And for everyone at home, enjoy the rest of the video. What is going on, guys? Week 3 of the 2020 NFL season is now in the books. We're quickly starting to learn which teams are for real, which ones are mirages, and which ones are preparing to tank for Trevor Lawrence. As we prepare for the quarter mark of the 2020 regular season, let's see how all 32 teams stack up after week 3. Number 32, New York Jets. Previously 32nd. Through 3 weeks, the Jets have scored the fewest points, averaging just 12.3 points per game. The defense, as expected, has fallen apart miserably without CJ Mosley and Jamal Adams. The team is once again a dumpster fire, and it may be hard for them to pass on another possible franchise quarterback with the first overall pick in 2021. Number 31, Denver Broncos. Previously 27th. We already see where this is going. John Elway will find a new coach and probably a new quarterback at season's end. Then he'll promise Broncos fans that they're about to turn a corner. Heard that one before. The injuries haven't helped matters, but this team has nothing going for them. Side note, losing to Tom Brady on Sunday means Denver no longer holds the bragging rights as the only team with a winning record against TB12. Number 30, New York Giants. Previously 31st. New coach, same old issues. Daniel Jones doesn't stand a chance with this offensive line. The expensive additions on defense haven't done anything. We've heard this story before in the Big Apple. Hard to be optimistic about anything if you're a New York football fan right now. Number 29, Atlanta Falcons. Previously 25th. Seriously, Atlanta, how many times are you going to let us use the same jokes about the Falcons blowing leads? This time it was a 16-point fourth quarter lead to the Nick Foles-led Chicago Bears. How much longer can Dan Quinn possibly keep his job? Number 28, Minnesota Vikings. Previously 23rd. The Vikings were a trendy pick to regress this season, but this badly? Nobody could have expected this. I mean, people could have expected it, but you know what I mean. The offense is moving the ball just fine. Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, and Adam Thielen are all producing nicely, but Kirk Cousins can't do much behind that O-line, and the rebuilt defense is as bad as ever under Mike Zimmer. It's truly hard to watch. Number 27, Houston Texans. Previously 22nd. There are 2 positives here. 1, they still have Deshaun Watson. 2, they started out 0-3 in 2018 and went on to win the AFC South with an 11-5 record. So the Texans know how to dig out of a massively early season hole. Other than that, there's not much to be happy about. So, sorry Texans fans. Number 26, Cincinnati Bengals. Previously 28th. The Bengals already look so much better under Joe Burrow. They may be 0-2-1, but this team could easily be 2-1. They had a gutsy effort against a superior Philadelphia Eagles team on the road in week 3, nearly pulling off the victory. We knew the Bengals wouldn't be a playoff contender, but we also knew the opponents wouldn't walk all over them with relative ease. This has been a really fun team to watch so far. Number 25, Philadelphia Eagles, previously 24th. Just another lackluster effort by the Eagles. They couldn't move the ball against a leaky Bengals defense. Speaking of defense, that side of the ball hasn't shown up at all for the Eagles through the first 3 weeks. Number 24, Washington Football Team. Previously 21st. That week 1 comeback win against Philadelphia was a mirage. The offense can't move the ball at all, and while the Chase Young-led front 7 continues to make big plays, the secondary isn't holding up its end of the bargain. Might be a good idea to turn to Alex Smith soon if Dwayne Haskins continues to struggle. Number 23, Jacksonville Jaguars. Previously 20th. That was quite a stinker at home against the previously winless Dolphins. The Jags' week 1 win against the Colts always felt like a fluke, but unfortunately for Jaguars fans, this team simply isn't bad enough to tank for Trevor Lawrence. They're at least playing with heart, compared to several other winless squads. Number 22, Miami Dolphins, previously 29th. The Dolphins got the Fitz-magic version of Ryan Fitzpatrick in their week 3 road win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's clear that Miami made the right choice in sticking with Fitz over Tua Tagovailoa, who could use a little more mentoring before he takes his first snap. Number 21, Los Angeles Chargers, previously 16th. What a disappointment. After nearly upsetting the Kansas City Chiefs in week 2, the Chargers fell at home to a previously 0-2 Carolina team. Justin Herbert is moving the ball, but the offense has to turn field goals into touchdowns. The nasty defense is keeping the Chargers in games at least. Number 20, Carolina Panthers, previously 30th. After 2 fairly close losses to begin the season, Carolina barely escaped with a gutsy road victory against the Los Angeles Chargers. Teddy Bridgewater has been a great fit in Matt Rule's offense so far. Even without Christian McCaffrey, they're finding ways to get it done. Nice to see that defense make some stops for once. Number 19, Detroit Lions, previously 26th. That's what happens when you pull off a thrilling road win against Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. You move up 7 spots. Man, does Matt Stafford ever look like an MVP caliber quarterback when Kenny Galladay's in the lineup. If that defense can get straightened out, these Lions could be a surprise playoff contender. Number 18, Dallas Cowboys, previously 13th. This team seems to be on the wrong side of close games more often than not. That didn't change in Sunday's thrilling Week 3 loss to Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. At the same time, teams rarely ever escape Seattle with a W. The Cowboys are still the best team in the helpless NFC East, and the schedule eases up over the next month. Number 17, Cleveland Browns, previously 19th. Beating the Bengals in Washington usually isn't much to get excited about, but 2-1 is 2-1. The Browns' offense is moving the ball with consistency, something they never did with Freddie Kitchens last year. If they can beat some above-average competition, they'll move up our rankings even more. Number 16, New Orleans Saints, previously 10th. Back-to-back atrocious efforts on defense has brought the Saints down to a 1-2 record. What is going on with Dennis Allen's unit? The offense at least got into rhythm during Sunday's loss to the Packers. They should only get better once Michael Thomas returns. Number 15, Las Vegas Raiders, previously 9th. John Gruden couldn't get revenge over Bill Belichick 19 years after the Tuck Rule incident. That's too bad. The Raiders were outclassed and outcoached every way by the Patriots on Sunday. Derek Carr was met with a rude awakening after finally facing an above-average defense. Also, the Raiders might want to learn how to stop the run. Otherwise, they won't be in the playoff hunt for long. Number 14, San Francisco 49ers, previously 15th. The 49ers better thank the schedule makers. They're 2-1 despite all those injuries, and it's all because they got to play consecutive games against the Jets and Giants, who are both 0-3. Kyle Shanahan's offense is moving the ball beautifully, and the 49ers are probably laughing at anybody who wrote this team off after week 1, but that's so far. Number 13, Los Angeles Rams, previously 11th. The Rams nearly pulled off an improbable comeback against the Bills, trailing 28-3 late in the third quarter. The Rams rolled out 29 unanswered points before Josh Allen found Tyler Kroft for the game-winning score in the waning seconds. It's a tough loss, but the Rams' character cannot be questioned. They're still 2-1, and the offense is miles ahead of where they were last year. Number 12, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, previously 17th. Can't say that Tom Brady has been great by any means, but the Bucs won't complain after a blowout road win against the Broncos. Tampa now sits in first in the NFC South, but the schedule gets a lot tougher from here, so stay tuned. Number 11, Indianapolis Colts, previously 18th. Another big move this week. The Colts followed up a convincing Week 2 home win against Minnesota with a blowout victory against the Jets. Phillip Rivers is improving quick in Frank Reich's offense, and this defense has the making to be a top 5 unit. These Colts suddenly look like the team we picked to win in the AFC South. Number 10, Chicago Bears, previously 14th. The Bears' opponents thus far have combined for one win. But how can you complain about a perfect start? The answer? You can't. It was only a matter of time until Nick Foles took over for Mitch Trubisky. And sure enough, more Foles magic happened as he helped the Bears erase a 16-point fourth quarter deficit en route to a 30-26 victory. Foles was named the Week 4 starter against Indianapolis. Then they meet Tom Brady's Buccaneers. We'll find out if the Bears are for real after they play those two teams. Number 9, Arizona Cardinals, previously 8th. That's a big yikes. What a disappointing home loss to the Lions. Kyler Murray was great, but those 3 interceptions proved costly, and Arizona's defense regressed against a quality Detroit passing attack. Suddenly there's questions about the secondary, especially with the tough schedule ahead. Number 8, New England Patriots, previously 12th. Doesn't seem like Bill Belichick misses Tom Brady too much. Cam Newton and this offense looks 10 times better than it ever did a year ago. And even with so many key defensive starters from last year's unit gone, they completely shut down that high-powered Vegas offense on Sunday. Up next, another can't-miss showdown against Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 7, Baltimore Ravens, previously 2nd. Usually a loss to Patrick Mahomes and Kansas City bears no shame, but the Ravens were exposed in every aspect by number 15, who now owns a 3-0 record against Lamar Jackson. Baltimore will be fine, but this loss has to shake their confidence a bit in regards to a potential playoff rematch. Number 6, Tennessee Titans, previously 7th. Looks like we were wrong to doubt Ryan Tannehill's ability to repeat last year's success. That said, the Titans have benefited from a fairly weak schedule. Their opponents have combined for 1 win, which isn't exactly inspiring. But hey, they won't complain about sitting atop the AFC South. Number 5, Pittsburgh Steelers, previously 5th. For the first time since 2010, the Steelers are 3-0. The 2010 season also marks Pittsburgh's last Super Bowl appearance for what it's worth. As expected, the offense is way better with Ben Roethlisberger back, and that front 7 just keeps punishing opposing quarterbacks. The Steelers have all the makings to be a legitimate Super Bowl contender. Man, did they miss Big Ben. Number 4, Buffalo Bills, previously 6th. after beating up on 2 soft opponents to open the season. The Bills faced serious competition in Week 3. Josh Allen was up for the challenge as he led Buffalo to a thrilling last-minute victory over the Rams. The defense hasn't been as great as most of us expected, but it'll come around. So far, the real story is Allen, who's off to an MVP-like start with a 71.1 completion percentage for 1,038 yards and 10 touchdowns against just 1 interception. Number 3, Seattle Seahawks. Previously 4th. Chef Russell Wilson followed up a 5 TD performance against New England with another 5 TD outing against Dallas, as Seattle moved to 3-0 on the season. Yes, the defense has been terrible, but does it matter? Not when you have an early MVP frontrunner. Makes you wonder why Seattle waited so long to hashtag let Russ cook. Number 2, Green Bay Packers. Previously 3rd. Well, expect the Packers to be in the top 5 here for the rest of the way. They pulled off a thrilling road victory in New Orleans, which gives them that pivotal advantage in a potential race for the top seed in the NFC. Remember when people thought a disgruntled Aaron Rodgers would see his play decline and eventually leave Green Bay after the season? Time to delete those old tweets. Number 1, Kansas City Chiefs. Previously 1st, obviously. Well, that was quite the statement from the defending champions. The Chiefs faced their most difficult challenge imaginable, a road game against the Ravens. Was hold Lamar Jackson to 97 passing yards, and all Mahomes did was throw for 385 yards and 4 touchdown passes. And all KC did was run away with an easy 34-20 victory. To be honest, you gotta beat the best. The Ravens had their chance, and they failed. So the Chiefs, well, they're on top. What changes would you make to our power rankings list? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, we are on everything. Go follow, go find us. And of course, subscribe, because we really appreciate it. Of course, if you like this video, give it a like. It takes 1 click down below. And of course, subscribe to TPS. We post videos every single day. Every day is a new video. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. I'll see you next time.